Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. My name is VirtualNunchucks. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Today is news update day because I haven't done one in a while and I've been a little busy in real life, so we're going to do that. Today we're going to talk about Xbox Series X and load times. We're going to talk about uh, Call of Duty because I haven't done that in a while. We're going to talk about a few games that are out that you probably didn't know about, and we're going to talk about EA because it's back in the news and it's probably not a good thing. Alright, so let's talk. Um, Alright, so Call of Duty first. Call of Duty is getting Season 6, or did get Season 6 last night at 11 PDT, 11 p.m. PDT. The patch notes dropped, the update dropped. What you're getting this time around, of course, is 2 new operators instead of just 1. You're getting 2 new weapons, but the biggest change is a fast travel system in Warzone. Pretty cool, right? You can go to a subway station, jump on a subway, and travel anywhere on the map, as long as two conditions: as long as it's not in the gas, because they won't let you do that, it's unsafe, so they won't let you do that. And two, as long as you and your squad do not fight with the other squads that are on the train, because if you do that, it will not move. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I can tell you from experience that especially in downtown, I'm glad that they finally were able to give us a fast travel system. Thank you very much, because sometimes it can be a little difficult to get around that map. Not even gonna lie about that. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, there's going to be the battle pass system. There always is. But what's really cool is the 2 new weapons, of course, the 2 new operators, but especially that fast travel system. It's a big deal. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you guys have already tried it. Let me know if you like it, if you hate it, that kind of stuff in the comment section below. That's pretty cool. Uh, and also, too, sometime around here and very, very soon, Call of Duty Cold War will be coming out, but I'm going to take a year off, I think, with Call of Duty, with Cold War. It doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me this time around. I don't know. You probably hate me in the comment section for that too. All right, let's talk about Xbox Series X. Now, this is really cool because somebody over at The Verge got a chance to sit with an Xbox Series X in their house for a week. But Microsoft locked it to the point where you can only play, the stipulation was you can have this in your home, but you can only play current gen games. You can test the load times, you can test the frame rates, you can test whatever you want to test as long as it's current gen. So this gentleman did that. And I will link, of course, all this information to my Twitter account at VNunchucks. You can take a look over there. Follow me over there if you haven't already, because it's really, really cool. Now, I will tell you, I'll read this paragraph to you, and then I'll give you the meat of the article. It says, I have spent the past week with an Xbox Series X in my living room. I've played a variety of games on this preview unit, testing load times, performance, and some new Xbox Series X features. I switched back to an older Xbox One X briefly during the testing, and it was like going from a cable internet back to the days of a 56K modem. Okay? He says that's how much an Xbox Series X improves the games that you already play every single day. Everything just feels better. Now, I'm going to scroll down to the chart he made to give you an idea of load times that have improved. Okay? Now, the first time I'm always going to give you is Xbox One X, and then the second time will be the improved time on the Xbox Series X. Okay? Call of Duty Warzone on Xbox One, 21 seconds. On Series X, 16 seconds. Red Dead Redemption 2, I know because it's a long freaking time, 1 minute and 35 seconds. Cut it all the way down to a 52-second load time on Series X. The Outer Worlds went from 27 seconds on current gen down to 6 seconds on Series X. The Evil Within 2 went from 43 seconds on an Xbox One to 33 seconds on a Series X. Sea of Thieves went from 1 minute and 21 seconds down to 20 seconds on an Xbox Series X. Warframe went from 1 minute and 31 seconds down to 25 seconds. AC Odyssey went from 1 minute and 7 down to 30 seconds. And No Man's Sky went from 2 minutes 13 seconds down to 1 minute and 27 seconds. Well, it's not a big jump, but I'll take it. And then, of course, Destiny 2 went from 1 minute and 52 seconds to load a world down to 43 seconds. That's kind of crazy, right? Uh, in the article, he also talks about how that the games were not optimized for Xbox Series X, so this is just plain put it in the console, load it up, and play. They didn't have an optimized patch or anything like that. So he talks about how Destiny 2 runs a lot smoother. There's not a lot of hiccups. There's not a lot of lag, things like that, especially when you get in those situations where a bunch of stuff is happening on the screen, which is really cool. What we want is a next gen leap for these consoles, PS5 and Xbox. We want that kind of stuff. So I'm curious to see what happens when we get a preview unit article for PS5, if we do, and I want to see what it's like. I want to see, I want to hear stuff like this for the next console too, because a lot of us are looking for both consoles, and this is really cool. This is why we spend our money, because we want an actual next gen leap. So that's pretty neat. Again, this article, the entire article, is in my Twitter account. You guys can follow me over there. Take a look at that. Okay. All right. So EA is in the news, and this is not good. Not good at all. Apparently, over in Europe, EA decided to advertise for FIFA 21. No big deal. They always do. But they published this particular advertisement in a children's magazine, a toy magazine. Again, you might say, well, that's their target audience. No big deal. Well, here's where it becomes a big deal. All right, and this is why parents are up in arms over there. Because if you look at the article, and actually someone posted it on Twitter, and it's crazy. I actually linked all that stuff again to my Twitter account. You guys can take a look. It's kind of nuts. They actually have a picture of the ad, and the ad itself says, "Step 1, play Ultimate or play FIFA 21. Step 2, buy points, buy FIFA points. Step 3, upgrade your team." It's kind of nuts. Because as you know, EA's been in some trouble especially over in the UK, about their loot boxes and things like that. Parliament and the House of Commons and all that have been looking at possibly outlawing loot boxes in general in the UK, and it's not a good image. It's not a good image for them. I've shared before how one kid spent thousands and thousands of dollars on FIFA, not really paying attention to the fact that he was spending real money, and depleted his entire parents' bank account. And it's just a crazy thing. And here they're actually pushing that at kids in a kids published magazine. That's incredibly stupid, and it's probably not going to be helpful to them at all. Now, as of right now, there is no response to that article as a time of recording, so I'll keep an eye on it, let you guys know how it goes. But yeah, there's people all over the place in Europe right now really, really, really mad about this whole thing, and it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. So yeah, EA just keeps shooting itself in the foot. It's so great. Well, sort of. It's funny to report at, but it's also kind of sad. Okay, so we covered the patch notes for Call of Duty, or the update for Call of Duty. We covered EA, and we covered the Xbox. All right, one last news story for you guys. The news story that I have is a game that is releasing this week that I, for some reason, didn't even notice until my brother actually sent it to me. If you're a fan of the 90s, if you grew up playing on old school LucasArts games like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, the X-Wing series as a whole, whether it be X-Wing or X-Wing Alliance, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, they put out Rogue Squadron. People remember Rogue Squadron mostly because I'm older than dirt, and so those games I remember, but some people fixate on Rogue Squadron, and they fixate on the old or the original Battlefront and Battlefront 2. So here's the deal. There's a cross-platform game coming out known as Star Wars Squadrons, and it is a first-person, strictly fighter game. So you'll get in dogfights, you'll get in fleet battles, you'll have a single-player campaign, but it's all told in the cockpit of your starfighter. You'll get in big, massive Star Wars battles. It's 5v5. You can play with friends over every platform. whether it be PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 5. It's all cross-play. You can have voice chat, the whole 9 yards, so you can coordinate with one another and play against friends or other teams or whatever. It is also there's a very deep customization system where you can customize different paint jobs. You can customize how your ship performs. There's different components you can put on, like weapons upgrades and things like that, engine upgrades, shield upgrades, whatever that you can do. There are no microtransactions in this game. Yay, EA! Thank you very much. And it is all unlocked via gameplay. You can customize how your pilot looks, how your outfit looks, the whole shebang. So it's really, really cool. And what makes it cool for me is because my brother and I grew up playing things like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and Rogue Squadron and things like that. And we are used to the first-person perspective and being able to manage our power systems and fly with joysticks. Which, by the way, they have hands-on throttle and stick support for both PC, Xbox One, and PS4. It will be compatible with your PS5 or Xbox Series X due to their backwards compatibility when you get the consoles, and your saves will transfer from Xbox One to Xbox Series X and PS4 to PS5. They will not transfer from PC to PS4 or PC to Xbox Series X. They just won't do that. But if you're going from console to the next gen console, they will transfer over. So this is a really cool thing for those of us who grew up playing those games, loving those games, and wishing they had some. I was actually playing the original X-Wing a month or two ago on my PC and saying, man, I wish that they had a next gen or a current gen version of this, because this is obviously showing its age. It's still a lot of fun, but it's something that I wish they would do, and lo and behold, now they're doing it. So it's kind of a cool thing for those of us who are older than dirt and want to play. Also, what you need to know about this game is if you want to, it's not required, but if you want to, you can play the entire game in your VR. So if you have Oculus, or if you have PSVR or whatever you have, you can play the entire game, campaign, multiplayer, in VR, and have that experience for you. It is not optimized for VR, so if you want to or have to, you can play it on your 2D screens perfectly fine. Shouldn't have a problem. It is optimized for a controller, but the joystick, or rather the stick, will help if you have one. I have an older one. I'm wondering if it will work. We'll have to try on day one and see. I am going to put some content up on the screen for you guys, up on the channel for you guys, so that you can see it, so that you can experience it with me. That's the plan. It's coming out on this Friday. It's only $39.99 in the PS and Xbox store, as well as on Steam and just about anywhere else you can get. Epic Game Store, everywhere else. Okay, it's $39.99, and the reason they decided to charge $39.99 instead of the $60 is because they said, well, it's more towards a niche market. Those people who wanted to have the experience of space battles, because that's all it is. It's space battles, and there's no on the ground, there's no lightsabers, or nothing like that. It's just skill as a pilot. Again, it'll be 5v5. There is a ranking system as well as a progression system, and there'll be several different operations. Every 8 weeks there'll be different operations for you to experience. But the whole game is completely free as far as microtransactions go, and everything is earned in game, which is totally awesome. So there will be some ranked skill, like a ranked playlist, which is totally cool, because you want to find out if you're better than the next guy, and that's always fun. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this one. I'm going to play it for you guys, put it on the channel for you guys, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. My brother and I are going to have some fun this weekend, I can tell. But I appreciate you guys putting up with me for the last few weeks, putting stuff up. Like I do put up the Avengers gameplay and the updates and stuff like that because I've been doing that for a month or so now. But I appreciate the kind of pre-recorded stuff. My grandmother, who is just about 90 years old, ended up in the hospital, and we've had to deal with some stuff. So I appreciate you guys letting me just not do my regular content and just throwing up some content so you guys have something to look at. But it's been a crazy couple of weeks, and so it's been a little crazy here, and so I appreciate you guys letting me do that. Hope you guys have a great day. By the way, everything is okay. Grandma got to come home I think last night, so we're good, and she's fine. But she's just getting old, and things aren't working as well as they used to. So it is what it is. But I appreciate you guys, and hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook. Well, no, don't follow me over there on Facebook right now. Something's happening with my Facebook account. But you can follow me on Twitter at VNunchucks. You can follow me on twitch.tv/VirtualNunchucks. And of course, here on YouTube, I am here every Monday through Friday to give content to you guys. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. And have a great day, guys.